voice! Here we go. An audio test of what this sounds like in my closet. I'm really hoping it sounds good, because despite how terrible it looks, this took me a lot of time to set up, and it's been a week, and I should have had this recorded a week ago. I don't know what I'm saying at this point, I'm sorry. Okay, here's a normal audio test if I hold it about this far from my face. I'm hoping that it sounds decent at least. This one's a little bit closer, but it's probably a little more comfortable to hold, feels more natural. And this is the one I want to do if I want my audio to be like super distorted and just sound terrible and stuff. Yeah. Oh wow, I'm looking at the voice recording software. It's just peaking there. Ooh, look at that waveform. Yeah. Get situated. Oh, hey, hello. Mr. Placeholder Avatar Design here. Oh, hey, hello. Mr. Placeholder Design Avatar here. Oh, hey, hello. Mr. Placeholder Avatar Design 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 here. That's probably good. So, on one fateful day in April 2016, I decided to download Flipnote Studio 3D onto my 3DS to create my own animations, and that eventually led to me creating my own YouTube channel specifically to share them. One more and we should be good. So, on one fateful day back in April of 2016, I decided to download Flipnote Studio 3D for my 3DS, and I wanted to create my... One more and maybe it'll be good. So, on one fateful day in April of 2016, I decided to download Flipnote Studio 3D onto my 3DS to create my own animations, and that eventually led to me creating my own YouTube channel specifically to share them. I think that might be good. So that's what this here video is for, to show off my unfinished animations and the reasons I decided to trash them. Sound good? Awesome, because here comes the first one! Sound good? Awesome, because here comes the first one! Sound good? Alright, because here comes the first one! Sound good? Awesome, because here comes the first one! So this is where it all began. So this is where it all began. The first Flipnote animation I ever worked on. So this is where it all began. The first Flipnote animation I ever worked on. So this is where it all began. The first Flipnote animation I ever worked on. So, this is where it all began? The first Flipnote animation I ever worked on. I could have started out by working on like a short or some animation. Oh, my water. Guess how that turned out. Guess how that turned out. Guess how that turned out. Take a guess on how that turned out. You'll never guess how that turned out. You'll never guess how that turned out. Oh my god, this chair is so annoying. I'm on my, like, rotating chair, but you can hear it creak every once in a while. I mean, I don't think it's going to be noticeable in the recording, but... Of course it doesn't want to make the noise when I want it to. And this wizard would have been the main antagonist of the series, using the magic orb to cause chaos and evil that the hero would have to start. Stop. No, not start. No. Now, the wizard would have been the main antagonist of the series, using the magic... Oh god. But anyways, I don't... Oh my god. Puh. Okay, hopefully that's not too bad. Does it sound better if I do it from this distance? Or is it too quiet? Who knows? This would have been a commercial for a fake cereal card... This would have been a commercial for a fake... Oh my god. This would have been a... It's the same take every time. Look, Cardboard Crunchies is in real life. Run. Look, Cardboard Crunchies is in real life. Run. Look, Cardboard Crunchies is in real life. Run. Ponyville was basically going to be about a series of talking... Ponyville would have been about a series of... Oh my god. I hate recording voiceover. The other big reason I gave up was because I hated how the character... Ooh, that voice crack. The other big reason I gave up was because I really hated how the characters' proportions constantly changed. What a tongue twister. The series basically followed Colin and a group of superheroes made up of my other friends as we fought against the forces of Hydrogen Man. Hydrogen. Come to think of it, Chomper Days was. Now that I'm thinking about it, Chomper Days was actually pretty similar to Ponyville, except that the Anyways, the 3 represents 3 page. Why is it so hard for me to say stuff like that? 3 page books. 3 page books. Okay. Anyways, the 3 represents 3 page books, which were comedic short stories that were written in folded sheets of paper that contained 3 pages each. Hey, that actually sounded pretty good. Lastly, the portal represents Professor Reynard, an adventure series about a... Oh my god. Day 2 of recording audio. Except it's not day 2. This is like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days later or something. Let's see. I recorded on Monday, so it's like 4 days? Yeah. So this is just an audio test to make sure everything still sounds good. Same setup, I just had to put a few things back into place. Hopefully it sounds good. Yeah. I spent a lot of time in late 2015 and early 2016 on FanWiki, specifically the Super Mario Fanon Wiki. I wrote a lot of my own content and ideas for that wiki, including such classics as Flappy Swooper and Super Mario Moose. That was pretty bad. This show is basically about... Ugh. I don't know why, but saying the just sounds weird. By May of 2016, I had come up with 12 episode titles, and I had even written complete clots. By May of 2016, I had actually come up with 12 different episode titles, and I even wrote out complete plots for all of them. Not all of them, no, it was 4 of them, no. Honestly, the main reason I wanted to make this was because I thought it would be cool to have... Honestly, the main reason I wanted to make this was just because I would... Honestly, the main reason I made this was... Honestly, the main reason I wanted to write... Honestly, the real reason... Honestly, the main reason I wanted to make... At a certain point, whenever you start saying the same lines like that, it just sounds like nothing anymore, so I don't even know if this sounds good. Oh god, this one's gonna be difficult. There were a bunch of other characters that I apparently just didn't find actors for. This includes Robbo Koopa, a skilled... Okay. Alright. Let's do this. There were a bunch of other characters that I apparently just didn't find actors for. This includes Robbo Koopa, a skilled Koopa thief who was friends with Wario, Blue Toad and Pumbaa the Police Goomba, members of the police force, Baby Mario and Baby Luigi who appear as antagonists in the second... Yeah. I got close, maybe this won't be as bad. There were a bunch of different characters that I apparently just didn't find actors for. This includes Robbo Koopa, a skilled Koopa thief who is... Thief. There were a bunch of characters that I apparently just didn't find actors for. This includes Robbo Koopa, a skilled Koopa who is friends with Wario, Blue Toad and Pumbaa the Police Goomba, members of the police force, Baby Mario and Baby Luigi who appear as antagonists in the second episode, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Not the game, is the name of a character. Yes, I'm serious. Okay. Wait, did I even talk about the actual plot of the episode? Oh no. Okay, well, I guess I better write that down before I add anything else. The intro would have followed the wiki description word from word. The camera would zoom out from a question block and reveal Oh, my voice is giving out. The intro would have followed the wiki description word from word. The camera would zoom out from a question block and reveal Wario. He would then hit the clock. I don't know why I need to record myself drinking water. Based on the plots I had written out by that point, these episodes were probably going to be a whopping 11 minutes each. Combined with the fact that each episode would require. Oh my Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So New Movie Mishaps was a different. New Movie Mishaps was a. It's probably gonna sound really stupid when I'm looking back at this recording. My first attempt at the series was based on Finding Dory. That animation was scrapped due to time constraints, though, because I literally came out with. Why does this keep happening to me? Okay. Stop. My first shot of an episode. Okay, I'm not doing shot. Apparently I can't do that well. So, since I never really cared about the idea to begin with, and because the release dates would gonna... Ugh. Why do I keep stumbling upon my words? I love this chair, it's so squeaky. This was used in most Death Battle and Cartoon Fight Club videos, but initially it didn't... God, what did I eat? This was used in most Death Battle. This was used in most... Stop. I hate yawning. Hire me, Disney. Hire me, Disney. Hire me, Disney. Hey, Disney, you should hire me. Hire me, Disney. Disney, I'm looking for a job. I'm gonna apply to Disney with that. Hire me, Disney. Hire me, Disney. Disney, hire me. In case you're wondering, Disney, yes, I'm open. Nowadays, I don't think the result is as simple as that, but to complete... My experience with Batman starts and ends at Batman Arkham Origins on Wii U. My experience with Batman starts and ends at Batman Arkham Origins. What is it about that sentence entirely? Oh god, that spilled on my shirt. No. Your device will restart to update outside of active hours. Shut up, Windows Update. Who asked you? So lastly is this frame of is it Kara or Chara? Unlike everything else I've shown, this frame actually appears in the final video posted to YouTube during the segment where Kara is talking to Sans. Chara or Kara? 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 I'll do Kara. Lastly is this frame of Kara? Kara? So Flipnote animations have a limit of 999 frames per animation, so I had to make a separate file for when Kara speaks, because due to hitting the Yeah, so that's pretty much everything. With all that said, bye, and just remember, no matter how bad the world can seem at times, at least we don't live in the timeline where Ponyville was finished. Oh, finally, I'm done. Yeah! Okay. It is October 17th, 2022, about a month and a half after I recorded the last voice lines for this, and this is just to see if the audio quality sounds any different than it was before for these re-recorded lines. Alright, let's get these knocked out. Okay. Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, Battle Royale Ultra was a series where I animated fight scenes between popular characters in order to see who would come out on top. This series was pretty much my own version of the pop culture fighty thingy genre that a lot of other channels do. Like I mentioned earlier, Battle Royale Ultra was a series where I animated fight... Good to be back. Both versions of the file were last edited on the same day, meaning that the change in voice actors was probably a last-minute decision. Alright, I could do one more. Oh, Jesus. Whoa, Nelly. Ooh. Both versions of the file were last edited on the same day. That sounds too, clunky. Both versions of the file were last edited on the same day, meaning that the change in voice actors was probably a last-minute decision. Hey, that turned out pretty good. Now we're done, only 2 minutes later. It only took me 2 minutes to do those takes, even though Woo! This is an audio test, yeah. Let's see, maybe I should... No. That's probably fine. shot like that. Let me fix the angle. That's probably better. Yeah. Whoa. Nope. Ah. I'll just go back to what I was doing earlier. There we go. Recording. I should probably take the brightness up a bit. Wow. Crazy. Okay. Let's do a little faster. Dang it. It doesn't have to be. I could probably just time lapse it. Masterpiece.
This is a test to see how it works when I'm listening to the song. Ponyville! Whoa, whoa. Isn't that a cool song? I think it's pretty cool. How long is it going to allow me to do this? Can I just keep going? Okay, I'm done.
Oh, wait, it started. Oh my god. Stop.
Follow the rainbow and follow your dreams in Ponyville! Follow the rainbow and follow your dreams in Ponyville! Jesus! Oh, my voice! Follow the rainbow and follow your dreams in Ponyville!
Oh, this is killing my voice to do.